Hey guys, I'm actually having to record this for the second time. Clearly not a great videographer or photographer because I left the big memory card in the computer because I was working on it earlier today. So I had my backup and it was a small one and wasn't able to hold all the footage I was trying to take. I came out here, it's a beautiful day, and I wanted to get a couple pictures of this Jeep behind me. So the last time I published a video with plans of what I was doing, I let you guys know that I sold my 87 with 92,000 miles on it that I absolutely loved. You know, I built it just for me with no plans to sell, but I got the bug of restoration and so it had to go. I went a little while, I bought a Wrangler. I had it maybe 3 months. I'll have another Wrangler again, but this one was just more than I was really ready to tackle. I was just recording with the big camera and realized that the battery and the battery was running low and the card was full. So now we're on my cell phone. Hopefully it may actually work out better because it is windy out here. So hopefully this microphone will cut out some of the wind noise and you're getting a good look at it. So that Jeep's not blue, right? Yeah, so I mentioned in my last video that I published that I was getting a 1985 and I still am. The seller, she's an older lady who inherited the Jeep and a bunch of other assets due to family passing away. She's agreed to sell it to me, but it's just not a high priority. And so that was October. Here it is February, and there's still no Jeep, so I have no videos. But in the meantime, the last 2, 3, 4 years or so, I had found this Jeep. This is a special Jeep, and the seller had no intentions to ever sell. But thankfully, I stayed in contact with him, and lo and behold, I called him around Christmas and he was willing to sell, and so I drove over and bought it. So what's the big deal about a rusty old Jeep? And it is rusty, it's got some problems, but nothing that can't be fixed. The story behind this Jeep is the VIN number. I'll put it up right here in just a second for you guys to see it. Let's go and do that now. Alright, so there's the VIN. Did you see those last 4 or 5 numbers? 00001? That's right, folks. This is VIN number 1, the very first 1991 Grand Wagoneer ever produced. The first of the last, and I've got it. I'm excited, guys. I worked for a while trying to get it. I guess 2 years of contact. Would you be willing to sell? Would you sell? Nope. And so finally, I called him around Christmas and he was ready to sell. He had gotten a new Grand Cherokee and he kind of moved on from this project. We're going to do a series. I'm actually going to do a multi-part series on it because it wasn't running. It sat for 3 or 4 years without running, so we had to get it started. We had to get it cleaned up. The thing was moldy and mildewy like crazy, and so I had to. I didn't want to get in. I had to get a respirator to be able to get in it and get it cleaned up, got the carpet shampooed and all that good stuff. Just got back actually taking it to the North Carolina Auto Expo where it was on display, and kind of a cool story about the vehicle was that as we were pulling up, or at Dorton Arena, which is where the auto show is, the classic display, there's this big ramp out of the auditorium and out onto the street, and so everybody lines up. All the muscle cars do burnouts and smoke their tires, and it's a lot of fun. The media's there filming, and you know, it's just a big to do with a lot of people lined up to watch. So it was my turn. Thankfully my friend Jamie was in a Thunderbird right behind me and he wasn't going to smoke his tires either. But as I pulled up, I did have the window down and I was actually filming, and hopefully I'll get some footage to share with you guys. But as I was filming, I heard 2 or 3 people in the audience say, "Oh, that's 001, that's 001." And so that was pretty cool to hear. And so it's been fun. I mean, it's in rough shape, but we're going to get this thing roadworthy and get it out there and enjoy. Obviously, I'm driving it right now and enjoying it. I've got an exhaust leak I got to deal with. Had to replace the starter. Some of the gauges aren't working right now. You know, just a lot of little things, but nothing that can't be fixed to get this thing back on the road and ready for a big journey, which you're going to learn more about in the final episode. But this Jeep has a big journey ahead of it, and I think you guys are going to enjoy watching the series. So if you would, While I got you, if you're still watching, obviously you're interested in these old Jeeps as much as I am. So take a second, either up here, down there, I'm not exactly sure where. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because later this summer is when I'm going to publish the series. I've been recording it now, and later we'll put it out. But there's also a little bell, and that's the important thing, is click that bell, because then it'll give you a notification when we publish something. And so that way you'll know when the videos are coming up with the Jeep, and you'll be able to see all that we're doing. You may even see me get electrocuted. Maybe. I might cut that out. But like I said, I wasn't born with a wrench in my hand. Learning as I go, and that's the reason for working on these old Jeeps, is to learn something new and to get my hands dirty from time to time, because I sit at a desk, and so this is a good way for me. I call this stress relief, and it's been a good project so far, and I hope you guys will tune in. And with that, I'll see you guys soon with a new series on finding 00001.